I'm very thankful to the board for the decisions that they have to make, the time that goes behind every decision that they have to make for 35,000 plus kids and their families, 5,000 staff members and their families and the community.
Keller is my whole education life, and so this is all I know. But what I do know that our board members, they take such good care of our district. They look globally and holistically of what we need and what our campus needs.
I'm responsible for keeping 40,000 people safe every day, making sure that they go home and come to work every day, and students. That is probably the biggest thing for me, is that you trust me with your kids. You trust me with your staff and your faculty. I knew that I could make change, and make change with the support of our administration and our board. That's critical for me because, as we know, students can't learn unless they feel safe.
The school board spends so much time just making sure that us and my other classmates have a really good time learning at school.
Especially last year when COVID really messed up a lot of the typical ways kids would go to school. I think they did a really great job of integrating online learning at the start of the year, and by giving kids the option to either stay in school like normal or do remote learning.
When COVID started and is continuing, there was no handbook, there was no guidebook as to what to do. We had no idea what to do, and the board gave us a lot of guidance to make sure that we as teachers and paras and administrators could help our students to be as successful as we could be with all the circumstances that are even still going on today.
With the board, I am just honestly so grateful in the fact that they have approved so many different budgets, such as our COVID budget. I know giving us that 10 days is super, super helpful. That 10 days really gives not only us a chance to recharge and be better for our students, but also just in general sick days that aren't taken away from our personal days.
The amount of support that we got from them was amazing. They allowed us to control, present facts and data to them, and so that they can make decisions that fit best for our kids and for our community. It was amazing the work that they did behind the scenes, coming up to the office, looking at our maps and our charts, and just being a part of what we were trying to do. They weren't fighting us, they just totally supported and trusted our team as we went through that critical period.
I do feel like this board supports teachers and all the staff members that are a part of this district. I like it when the school board members come to our campuses to visit, and we get to brag and they get to see all the things that our great kids are doing throughout the different buildings in the district. That's always a proud moment that we have as a campus.
I'm a basketball player. They always support the basketball team, and I know that they also don't, not just basketball team, but all the sports that Keller High School, and I'm sure they do it for all the other high schools as well.
I've had board members come to family events. It's always wonderful to be able to introduce a board member when we have an evening event to our parents. They engage with our parents, they engage with our students.
I really am so comforted to know, and I just appreciate how much the board has been able to support not only the kids but also their teachers. They clearly put the people that are in Keller first. All the facilities, all of the programs, they center around the people that are impacted, and that's the teachers and the kids.
I can remember, for example, I was at graduation, and one of the board members came up to me and put his arms around me and said, "Hey Kev, can we take a picture together? I'd like to show my kids." And I was amazed. It just shows our relationship, our personal relationship, as well as our professional relationship that we have.
I think that's really nice because they're just spending their time making sure that everybody's happy and having a good time at school.
Their jobs are difficult, and their jobs, they don't get paid. And I don't know that people realize they don't get paid for what they do. It is a service that they do for our community and for our schools, and there is no amount of thank yous that we could do to share the amount of appreciation that we have for our Keller ISD board members.